We speak a lot about generational curses, but not enough about generational blessings. And as a believer, I don't think any Christian is still under generational curses. That is, things that tormented your ancestors or spiritual forces backing up your ancestors simply because you came from that lineage. As a Christian, if you're in Christ, all those changes. And I believe that. But I do believe that there is such a thing called generational patterns. And they can either be a blessing or a disadvantage. Let's not use the word curse. For example, I was in this office the other day and someone recognized my name and said, "Are you so and so's daughter?" And I said, "Yes, that's my mom." And she was like, "Wow, you guys, you have to help her. You have to help her." And she started rallying around and she made things easy for me because she said my mom was a good person. And as I left that office, I thought about it. Wow, I want to be that kind of mom who 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, my children can step into certain places and because they knew me as a great person, as a good person with good character, with good relationship skills, and they can get benefits because they came from me, because of the legacy that I would have left behind. This is a generational blessing if you think about it. So there are things that you benefit and there are things that you become, there are things that you do that comes from a place of your generational patterns, the things that your parents left behind for you, the thoughts pattern that they planted in your head. And these patterns can either be psychological, mental, physical, because the environment that you grew up in, the environment which molded you, the environment which formed you, can have an impact in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. For example, if you grow up in an environment where they believe that for you to be rich, you have to do something illegal because rich people are bad people, you either grow up thinking, oh, being rich, you have to do something illegal, or you just be like, oh, I don't want to be rich because, I don't want to do anything bad. That is a generational pattern and it can leave you poor. And that's how poverty builds from generation to generation. And the key to really solving it is really to just acknowledge, notice the problem, acknowledge it, and then decide to do like a renewal of your mind. As a believer, we are enjoying to renew our mind constantly. So if you notice this mindset thinking, this mindset, these things that may want to look like a pattern in your life, notice it, pray about it, and then renew your mind about it, change your mindset about it, engage the word about it. And for example, if you know that in your family there's a health challenge, your job is to now start saying, okay, how am I going to hinder this? Like for example, diabetes. Okay, I'm going to start eating healthy, less sugar, so that it doesn't happen to me. That is not a generational curse, but it can be a pattern, and you don't want to carry on that pattern to your children. But I think that the beginning of this conversation really is that I want to be that parent that my children can bank on to leave a legacy and a foundation of great generational blessings. And we speak a lot about how we have praying mothers and how our parents did this for us and did that for us. But what about us? I mean, we are now in that stage where we are trying to raise the next generation. You're most likely close to the age or about to get into that age. And I think that one thing that I want to take from this video is really that we should build that life that reminds us, we should build a life, an intentional life that we are able to live generational blessings, legacy of great character, great spiritual banking, spiritual investments in our children, that they can be able to bank on us. So the question I have for you today is to ask yourself, can my children and my future generation bank on me? Think about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.